Hey, welcome to the what?
Countdown.
Man, it's
Boom.
Usman the GOAT, man.
Is
Put
he?
5 minutes on the clock,
Is
man.
he
Put
the
five
GOAT?
minutes on the clock.
So, um, first off, I said we already know what's gonna happen in this fight, and it happened.
You did.
So,
You did.
so
I
you
don't know if
know.
it happened the way you said it was going to happen. Because it went the distance. I thought it was going to be a knockout.
Oh no, I don't. I don't think I ever actually ruled whether it was gonna be a
You
knockout or
didn't
not.
you didn't rule it, but when you said we've already seen this and it's going to pretty much because the first fight was stoppage.
Late,
Yeah, we
very late.
so if it was the same way, it's gonna be stoppage again.
I said we
They'll
already
go to
seen it, so we
decision.
know who gonna win. I ain't mean it all. You got too technical.
I'm
Anyway,
just saying.
so with that being said, though, he looked good.
Usman looked good.
Usman looked good
Usman looked great.
against
Usman
like
looked great.
a Colby Covington that would beat a lot of people. I know he said in the last, he was like, "This ain't." I wasn't even feeling that great in the last fight. You know,
Yeah,
I felt like he didn't feel more like Colby Covington in the first couple rounds
yeah,
until he got blickied.
yeah.
And then he kind
Reset
of
it.
yeah
He got reset
he
it.
hit the reset button. Hey, did Usman Thanos snap his ass?
He said, "Hey man, come back to life, man.
He
I need
woke
you to fight for
he
real
woke
now."
up he woke up after 5 years refreshed. But no, so but he's out here and he catches the blicky a couple times. He wakes back up and now that's a that's a Covington that will beat a lot of people.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can see how he was a different fighter in this fight, even though he came up short. That's perfectly fine. And then first two rounds look good. After
Yeah.
that, huh, what's the word? Got a little sus? Is that what the kids be saying?
It got a little suspect though. Got
Got
a
a
little
little
suspect.
suspect.
Yeah,
Can
yeah. I
can
feel it got a lot of suspect because I felt after the second round when Usman put him down twice, I felt like he was looking for that knockout too many times, and then that's when Colby had the opportunity to hit him with a couple uppercuts, a
woohoo.
couple of straight rights, and he was landing a couple combinations here and there. But you can just tell he was throwing for the fences when he threw that little uppercut underneath because he was trying to knock his ass out seriously. But Usman was trying to do the same thing, man, because it's one of those things where Usman was like, "Hey, man, I done set you down twice, so it's only a matter of time before I sit you down for real." And it just felt like he was reaching. He was reaching too much. And he was opening himself up to the point where Kobe can counterpunch and actually land that uppercut and maybe that straight hand right or whatever. But uh, it wasn't the fight I wanted to see after the second round. The first two rounds, I was up on my seat. I was standing up. I was standing up at the second round because I was like, when is he gonna knock this dude out? And then all of a sudden, it laid an egg there for a minute, but it got a little nervous because I felt like Kobe was gaining some momentum, and to the point where Kobe was putting himself in position to actually win the fight.
Yeah. For a minute there, we was like, "Oh man, this might be a little bit different." But
Yeah,
again, you could talk about the GOAT status of Usman is the ability to battle through adversity. You
yeah,
know, so
yeah.
so the question becomes this: while we got like a minute and a half left on this subject, is who could beat Usman at 170?
I
Is
mean,
nobody?
I think there's a Russian out there that might give him some challenge.
Who? Jemaev?
Yeah, might give him a challenge, man. We're gonna see though. We're gonna see because Dana White says he got a couple more fights before we even think about being doing a championship, and it's one of those things where he's going to start fighting the top 10, top 5 opponents. So we'll really see if he can actually do the same thing he's doing now to those opponents, and maybe we might see him up against Kobe Covington too as well because Kobe has two losses against the champ and fighting that guy may give him another opportunity against Usman. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Hey, but I got one quick question before you get back into the subject of Usman and if he's the GOAT, who's going to beat him. Was there a takedown? Did you count Kobe Covington's takedowns in that fight? Because on
Uh,
record, it says that Usman has still hasn't been taken down in any fight in the UFC. Do you count those two uh, two takedowns that Colby Covington did in this fight? Do you count them?
One of them, I feel like maybe. What was it? He like the first one. He
Got
like
across.
he
He locked
shot
him up
in
around his back.
right, but he got deep and he had to lock him up. But when he went down, it was an immediate
Mm-hmm.
reversal, and then he ended up in that head and arm. I don't know if I'll count
Mm-hmm.
that as a takedown. Now, in the standards, I guess in the standards of like MMA, maybe we count takedowns different. You know, if your butt hits the mat, then it's a takedown.
Yeah.
But there was no position secured. I know there was a lot of controversy on the second one. As what did he end up? He ended up like underneath him or something.
Yeah.
Was it a
I think
slip?
so.
Everybody was slipping. Everybody was
Yeah,
slipping.
man.
Like
That was crazy though. How they were throwing punches here and there, and I saw Usman was slipping and Colby was slipping as well too. So
so
I
that
don't
one,
know what was going on
I'm
inside of
not
there.
exactly sure about that one. I know the first one we're not gonna. I can't count that. But the second one,
Okay.
I don't know. But my question is this. So we're not gonna talk about it this episode. But you know, we'll come back up and talk about him in a little bit. Uh Saul Canelo Alvarez. You know what I'm talking about? You don't remember the hot take? Usman said he gonna go
Well, Usman
box.
was like, yeah,
He
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
go
yeah.
box
That ain't gonna happen.
Canelo. Did
That ain't gonna happen.
we watched Canelo completely take apart. No, it was a closer fight than that. But at the end, it kind of
Yeah.
got out of hand. Caleb
The
Plant.
first, yeah, the
Ah,
first 10 rounds, it was a very competitive fight, and then that 11th round,
yeah.
that's when he got
He
that
hit him with
uppercut.
that blicky. But no, you got
Yeah, with that
Usman. You
upper.
got Usman here. I'm willing to say Usman might be the goat in the 170 division. I'm not sure
Hmm.
of all time, but the greatest of all time in 170. But uh, I don't know if he should go to boxing.
No,
I don't think that's
even Dana White said, "Nah, man, did you see that fight? Nah, he don't want none of
nah,
Canelo. He don't want none of
nah.
him. He don't want none of
Hey,
him.
Dana gonna be watching. Dana gonna be watching that fight while the UFC fights is going on. It's about man.
He did.
I bet 100,000 on Canelo to beat
He
Usman.
did watch that fight
I'm
while
saying he
Rose
but
was fighting."
Rose was fighting. I know, but I'm saying he gonna bet 100,000 on Canelo against Usman to win $20 because the odds is gonna be so. He like man, I had to put up 100 G's to win $20.
Yeah, exactly.
And how about this though? There's a lot to talk about with this. The
Man,
the
so what happened was is at the end of the fight, the two individuals were in the ring or in the octagon, and they actually had an embrace, and they came together. And Kobe said some things that I didn't think was gonna come out of his mouth, and he actually like said things towards the lines of, "Hey man, things I said all was for money, this that and the other. I got respect for you. Kobe has not Kobe, but Usman has respect for Kobe. Yada yada yada." And then Usman was in the ring. He said what he had to say to the public, and I felt like Usman was like genuine with what he said. And then Kobe went to the post-fight press conference
and
and said something totally different.
completely flip the script. So this the thing though. This the thing. Like I get it. So we understand what's happening and what's going on when like Connor does what he does. We do understand
Yeah,
he doing it for the money, but you know
yeah,
when he has it on, he has it on. When he cut it
yeah.
off, he cut it off, and all this that and other. And the only time Connor ever faulted is whenever Habib was like, "You talk now, buddy." And then he was getting up. I think it was in between rounds. He's, hey man, it was about the money. It was about the money. We like, damn, Connor, don't say you can't say that. You were getting
Because
your ass.
cameras all the way around
You
here,
can't
man. You
say
can't
that,
say that.
bro. Same thing. You can't drop the stick like that and then like immediately. What can I equate it to? You can't fold your hand and then go all in. You
No,
can't fold your
can't.
hand and be like, you know what? Bet 50. That's what he did though.
Yeah,
You can't be
yeah.
like,
He
hey
called.
man, it was about it. He even in the his interview, he's all like, hey man, you guys can hate me all you want, but I still love you. That sounded like Colby was getting tired of people hating him. That's what that sounded like. And
Yeah.
then he took 2 steps out the ring. He's like, you know what? These people, man, and turned it right back on. And we like, if you was gonna do that in the post fight presser, we didn't need none of that in the cage. Then it's one or the
Yeah,
other.
cause he
Yeah.
yeah, cause he called Usman a cheater in the post fight press conference. Called him a cheater. Said he took Usman down twice, so that record should be taken away, or that comment that he's never been
Uh,
taken down should be taken away. He called all the journalists in there. He told them that they're not journalists and they should find a different job. He just straight disrespected everybody and then said to the people of the public, like, hey man, I know y'all hate me, but I love y'all. And it's just like it was very
like
contradictory.
it's a which one it is. So, like
Yeah.
if you gonna be in it, man. And he probably like, man, I'm tired of getting death threats. And then he was like, dang, but they did pay me a lot of money. You know what? Let's keep it going.
Yeah.
But now that it's been turned off, what's the word I'm looking? Chael Sonnen said it. He let us behind the curtain.
Yeah.
We know now. So when he
We know
go,
you so we know it is what it is. We know
we
it's a whole show.
suspected, we
Yeah.
knew it was a show, but now you let us behind the curtain. It's like now we just like whatever, man. You know, we get the WWE as a show, but they don't ever let us behind the curtain.
Nah, they don't. They don't at all. No.
Yeah,
Nah.
we know it's a
Nah.
show. We don't. This ain't real.
Even they even have to stay the character when they're outside.
Yeah, yeah,
So they got to be a villain on the outside too.
yeah.
So it's crazy. I think
I,
he'd be a good wrestler in WWE though. I think he can play the heel very well.
uh, I guess
But that's a conversation for another
that's a
time, man.
conversation for another time. Let's get